Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. So guys, in this video we are going to perform Cognizant communication assessment, and in this we are going to talk in detail about what type of questions comes, and we are going to actually solve the questions that comes in Cognizant communication assessment. So this video is a must watch for all of you guys who are going to appear for your Cognizant communication assessment in the upcoming time, as this will give you a complete idea of how your communication assessment going to look like and how you need to appear for it. There are some personal tips from my end, like when you are attempting this assessment, make sure that you sit in a very quiet pace, and you also have a very good or a nice decent earphones, so that you don't have any distractions while you speak, because there are a lot of questions where you need to uh, speak the answers which are asked. Okay, so make sure that you watch the video till complete, and then you will automatically get what you need to do and how you need to answer these questions. So let's see the instructions for the first set of questions. Okay, in this section you will encounter 18 statements or audio clips. Your task is to read and record the statements or the content of audio clips. You have total of 10 minutes to complete all the recordings, and every question is mandatory. Okay, so there are some notes. Ensure that the room is quiet and free from distractions such as background conversations, car horns, or mobile phones ringing. Avoid muting or adjusting the microphone settings, as the mic has been calibrated before the start of the test. Okay, let's click on next and move forward. So this first set of question is reading and saying it aloud. Okay, so we will be given one line and we need to read it and say it aloud. Okay, let's see the first question. So this is our line. Okay, now let's read it and say it aloud. The vibrant flowers bloomed in the garden, attracting numerous butterflies. Okay, so make sure you click start recording before speaking, and then once your speaking is done, you will get the responses submitted. Let's move on to question 2. His laughter echoed through the hall, spreading joy to everyone present. Let's move on to question number 3. The sun dipped below the horizon, tinting the sky with hues of orange and pink. Moving on to the next question. The children played outside until the dusk, their voices filled with excitement and laughter. Next question is, again we have to read the following sentence. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves, creating a soothing melody in the quiet park. Again, let's read the next sentence. Her eyes sparkled with determination as she set out to achieve her dreams. Let's read the next question. The old clock ticked steadily, marking the passage of time in the silent room. Moving on to the next question. This is again we have to read the sentence which is given to us. As the curtain rose, the audience held their breath in anticipation of the performance. Let's see the next set of questions. In this question, we need to read and say it aloud, and we will be given the paragraphs which we need to read and say it aloud. Okay, let's see the instructions for these types of questions. Instructions for upcoming questions. Read the given paragraph carefully and then say the exact paragraph out loud. Note, you will have 30 seconds to record your response. You can only record your response once. Your response will be automatically submitted once the time is up. Okay, so this is our paragraph. Let's read it out aloud. Okay, that is what we need to do. Make sure when you attempt these kinds of questions, your start recording button is clicked and you try to speak within your stipulated time. Okay, this paragraph is: advancement in technology have significantly reshaped the way we interact with the world. From smartphones to artificial intelligence, these innovations offer both convenience and challenges. While they enhance communication and productivity, they also raise concerns regarding privacy and over-reliance on digital tools. Moving forward to the next question. Healthy eating habits are essential for maintaining overall well-being. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can reduce the risk of chronic diseases and boost energy levels. However, maintaining this balance requires discipline and conscious choices in a world full of fast food temptations. Moving on to the next set of questions. In these kinds of questions, we need to listen and say it aloud whatever is spoken in the audio. Let's see the instructions for these kinds of questions. Listen carefully to the audio recording and repeat the sentences exactly as you hear them. So there are some notes. You will have 15 seconds to record your response. You can only listen to the audio once. You can't pause the audio in between. Okay, so just a tip: if you are not able to listen any audio properly, move on to the next one, because there is no way to listen it twice. So make sure that you listen to it very attentively. Let's see the first audio.
The children played outside while their parents watched from the porch.
So the answer for this audio is: the children played outside while their parents watched from the porch. Moving on to the next audio.
She quickly finished her homework and went outside to join her friends.
Okay, the answer for this is: she quickly finished her homework and went outside to join her friends. Moving on to the next question.
The teacher handed out the assignment, explaining the instructions in detail.
Okay, the answer for this is: the teacher handed over the assignment explaining the instructions in detail. Moving on to the next audio.
The sun was setting behind the mountains, casting a golden glow over the valley, while the birds returned to their nests.
Okay, the answer for this question is: the sun was setting behind the mountains, which created a golden glow over the valley while the birds returned to their nest. Let's move on to the next audio.
As the music played softly in the background, the guests mingled, enjoying the evening and the delicious appetizers served by the hosts.
Okay, the answer for this is: as the music played softly in the background, the guests started to enjoy the evening and enjoyed the delicious appetizer served by the host. Let's move on to the next audio.
After weeks of planning and organizing, the event finally came together, with guests arriving from all over the country, eager to celebrate and share in the excitement of the occasion.
The answer to this is: after weeks of planning and organizing, the event finally happened. The guests arrived from all over the country. They celebrated and shared their excitement. Let's move on to the next audio.
The students eagerly gathered in the library, filled with excitement as they looked forward to sharing their thoughts and ideas about the latest book they had read, discussing its themes, characters, and what they had learned from it.
Okay, the answer for this is: the students eagerly gathered in the library. They looked excited and shared their thoughts and ideas about the latest book they had read. They also discussed the book's characters and what they learned from it. Moving on to the next audio.
After a long and tiring day at work, he found immense joy in unwinding by preparing a delicious meal, carefully selecting fresh ingredients, and taking his time to create a dish he truly enjoyed.
The answer for this is: after a long and tiring day at work, he was immensely happy preparing his favorite meals. He used all the fresh ingredients and took his time cooking all while listening to his favorite music. Okay, so now we are moving on to the next set of questions, where what we need to do is we need to speak on the topic. See the instructions for these questions. In this sections, you will be given 3 topics on which you have to speak for 60 seconds each. You will have 90 seconds to think about each topic before you start the recording. There are some notes to help you speak on the topic. You are provided with speaking points in forms of questions. Please note that the speaking points or questions are just suggestions. If you wish, you may also speak on the other points related to the topic. Let's see the first question. The question is the importance of healthy eating. So we have to speak on this point. Okay, now there are some points given to so that we can talk about this point. The points that we are given is in terms of questions: why is maintaining a healthy diet important? How do you incorporate healthy eating into your lifestyle? Can you share any personal experiences related to healthy eating? So you can think about it in the 90 seconds, and then once 90 seconds are over, you need to speak about it in the next 60 seconds. Okay, so let's speak about it. Healthy eating is essential for maintaining both physical and mental well-being. A balanced diet provides the body with nutrients it needs to function efficiently. Both boost immunity and prevent chronic diseases like diabetes and heart issues. It also enhances mental clarity and energy levels, helping you stay productive throughout the day. Personally, I incorporate healthy eating by focusing on balance and moderation. I prioritize fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins while limiting processed foods and sugary snacks. Meal prepping during weekends ensures I have nutrition meals ready even on business days. A personal experience I'd like to share is how shifting to healthier eating habits improved my energy and focus. A few months ago, I replaced my sugary breakfast cereals with oatmeal topped with nuts and berries. This small change made me feel more energetic and less reliant on caffeine. Healthy eating is not just a choice, but a lifestyle that pays off in the countless ways. So guys, in this way you have to speak for 60 seconds, okay? You can speak whatever you have in mind, okay? Make sure trying to be fluent and be confident when you speak. Let's move on to question 2, where the topic is the role of sports in society, and the questions that we have are: why do you think sports are significant in our culture? How do sports promote teamwork and cooperation? Can you share your favorite sport and why you enjoy it? So let's speak on this topic for 16 seconds, which is 1 minute. Sports play a vital role in our culture by bringing people together, fostering a sense of community and promoting physical and mental well-being. They transcend barriers like language and nationality, uniting individuals around a shared passion. One of the most valuable aspects of sports is how they promote teamwork and cooperation. In team sports, players must communicate effectively, strategize, and work collectively toward a common goal. These skills not only create a strong bond among players but also translate into life and work situations. My favorite sport is cricket because it combines strategy, skills, and teamwork. I enjoyed the excitement of the game, especially how every player has a critical role, whether battling, bowling, or fielding. Cricket teaches patience, resilience, and the importance of collaboration, qualities that resonates in life every day. Overall, sports inspire discipline, unity, and spirit of healthy competition that enriches the society. Okay, so in this way, you have to speak to on your topic for 60 seconds. Let's move on to the third question, which is the impact of technology on communication. The points that we have are: how has technology changed the way we communicate? What are some positive and negative effects of these changes? How do you see communication evolving in future? Okay, let's start speaking on this topic for next 60 seconds. Technology has revolutionized how we communicate, making it faster, more convenient, and global. Platforms like social media, messaging apps, and video calls allows us to connect with anyone, anywhere in real time. This has broken down barriers and made sharing ideas easier than ever. On the positive side, technology has enabled instant communication, remote work, and global collaboration. However, it has also downsides such as reduced face-to-face interaction, the rise of misinformation, and the pressure to always be connected. In the future, I see communication becoming even more immersive with advancement like virtual and augmented reality. These technologies could make interaction more personal and lifelike, even from a distance, bridging the gap between the physical and digital worlds. While technology continues to shape communication, balancing its use with meaningful human connections will remain essential. Okay, so now let's move on to the next set of questions, which is of the type fill in the blanks. Okay, so we will be having some fill in the blanks. We need to fill the correct answer in those blanks. Let's see the instructions before we attend those questions. In this section, you will answer a total of 34 questions. The questions are divided into 5 categories. You will have 15 minutes to complete all the questions, and each question is mandatory. So the questions are divided into different categories. First one is verbal forms. Fill in the blanks using the correct form of word provided in brackets. You will have 8 such questions. Next set of questions will be like fill in the blanks using the appropriate tense provided in the brackets. You will have again 8 set of questions for them too. Next is your article based questions. Fill in the blanks using the correct article to complete the sentence properly. You will have total of 6 such questions. Next is prepositions. Fill in the blank with the most suitable preposition provided in the bracket. You will have a total of 6 such questions. Next is your voice change. Change the voice of the following sentences, that is active or passive, as required. And you will have a total of 6 as such questions. Moving on to the first question. Fill in the blank using the correct form of verb provided in the bracket. The train dash leave or leaves the station at 9 a.m. The correct answer in this case would be leaves. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Fill in the blank using the correct form of word provided in the bracket. My friend dash enjoy or enjoys going to the cinema on weekends. The correct answer in this case is enjoy. Moving on to the next question. The dash are or is some updates that we would like to share with you. So the correct answer in this case is going to be are. There are some updates that we would like to share with you. Moving on to the next question. He dash do or does his homework before dinner. So the correct answer in this case is going to be does. He does his homework before dinner. Moving on to the next question. Fill in the blanks using the correct form of verb. Again, we have to fill in the blanks by selecting one of the options. She dash study or studies hard for her exams every night. The correct answer in this case is going to be studies. Moving on to the next one. The percentage of employees who got promoted this year dash is or are very encouraging. The correct answer is very encouraging. Okay. Moving on to the next one. The committee dash to the proposed changes. Agree or agrees? The correct answer is agrees. The committee agrees to the proposed changes. Moving on to the next question. The team dash every evening for the tournament. The options are practice or practices. The correct answer is the team practices every evening for the tournament. Moving on to the next one. By this time tomorrow, we dashed the project. The correct answer will be, so now the questions have changed. The question is fill in the blank using the appropriate tense provided in the bracket. You are given a tense and you have to fill in the fill in the blank with the appropriate tense of this word. Okay. So the answer for this question will be, by this time tomorrow, we will have completed the project. We will have completed the project. Okay. Moving on to the next question. She dashed to the gym every morning before work. So the correct answer in this case is going to be, she goes to the gym every morning before work. Let's move on to the next question now. They dash in Paris for the last 5 years. So we have the word live and we have to use the correct tense of it. So in this case, the correct answer will be, they have been living. Okay. They have been living in Paris for last 5 years. Moving on to the next one. When I arrived at the party, everyone dash already / leave. Okay. So the correct answer in this case will be, had already left. Okay. So the complete sentence would be something like, when I arrived at the party, everyone had already left. Moving on to the next one. I dash him since we graduated from the university. The correct answer in this question is going to be, I have not seen him since we graduated from the university. Let's move on to the next question now. He dash his homework by the time his parents got home. The correct answer of this question will be, he had finished his homework by the time his parents got home. So guys, before we move on to the next question, if you are finding this video helpful, please give it a like and please subscribe to the channel, because there is a lot of helpful content that I regularly upload on this channel for all of you. Let's move on to the next question. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate tense that is provided. So we have a word and we have to use that word in the correct tense. Okay. So the question is, she dash French for 3 years before moving to French. Okay. The word is learn. The correct answer for this question is going to be, she had been learning. She had been learning French for 3 years before moving to France. Let's move on to the next question now. Right now, they dash the proposal in the meeting room. So the correct answer for this question is going to be, they are discussing the proposal in the meeting room. Let's move on to the next question. So now the pattern of questions there is a bit changed. Let's see. Fill in the blanks using the correct article to complete the sentence properly. So we will be given some articles. We have to select the most appropriate one that can come in this blank. The question is, she bought dash laptop last week. The correct answer is, she bought a laptop. Next question is, I can't remember where I put dash keys to my house. The correct answer in this case is going to be, I can't remember where I put the keys. Let's move on to the next question now. They adopted dash adorable puppy from the shelter. The correct answer is going to be an adorable. Okay, because here we are using a vowel. So they adopted an adorable puppy from the shelter. Let's move on to the next question. There is dash a book on the table. Can you pass it to me? So the correct answer in this case is going to be, there is a book on the table. Can you pass it to me? Let's move on to the next question now. We stayed at dash hotel near the beach. So the correct answer in this case is going to be, we stayed at a hotel near the beach. Moving on to the next question now. Dash the sun is setting and it looks beautiful. The correct answer is, the sun is setting and it looks beautiful. Let's move on to the next question now. And now the pattern of the changes question is going to change a little bit. The pattern is, fill in the blanks with the most suitable preposition provided in the brackets. Okay, so we have some prepositions. So we have to select the most suitable preposition that will fit in this blank. So the first question is the cat is hiding dash the table. So the correct answer out of these options, that is on, in, under, between. The correct answer is going to be under. The cat is hiding under the table. Moving on to the next question. I will meet you dash the coffee shop at noon. The options that we have is at, in, on or by. The correct answer in this case is going to be I will meet you at the coffee shop at noon. Moving on to the next question. She arrived dash time for the meeting. The options are on, in, by and at. The correct answer is going to be she arrived on time for the meeting. Let's move on to the next question now. They have been friends dash 10 years, and the options that we are given is since, for, at, to. The correct answer in this question is going to be for. They have been friends for 10 years. Moving on to the next question now. There is a bridge dash the river. The options that we have are across, over, above and under. The correct answer is going to be there is a bridge over the river. Let's now move on to the next question. A teacher walked dash the students to hand out the papers. The options that we have are through, between, across, at. The correct answer in this question is going to be between. The teacher walked between the students to hand out the papers. Okay. Let's now move on to the next set of questions, and these type of questions, what we need to do, we need to change the voice of questions. The question will either be given to us in active voice, we need to convert it to passive voice, or it is the vice versa, where the question will be given to us in passive voice and we need to convert it to active voice. Let's start looking at the first question. Change the voice of the following sentences, active or passive, as required. The statement is he completed the project on time. The options that are given to us is he has completed the project on time. The project was completed by him on time. The project had been completed on time. On time the project was completed by him. The correct answer in this case is going to be the project was completed by him on time. Moving on to the next question now. She will invite her friends to the party. Okay, the options that we have is she invited her friends to the party. Her friends were invited to the party by her. Her friends will be invited to the party by her. And fourth option is she has invited her friends to the party. Now guys, before we look at the answer of this question, I want all of you that just pause the video for a moment and think of the answers before directly jumping onto the solution. This will help you practicing it in a better way. Okay. Now let's see the answer for this question. The answer for this question is going to be her friends will be invited to the party by her. Moving on to the next question now. The chef is cooking dinners for the guest. Okay. And the options that we have are dinner is being cooked by the chef for the guests. The guests are cooking dinner for chef. The chef had cooked dinner for the guest. Dinner will be cooked for the guest by the chef. The correct answer in this case is going to be dinner is being cooked by the chef for the guest. Let's move on to the next question now. They will announce the result tomorrow. The options that we have is the results were announced by them tomorrow. The results will be announced by them tomorrow. The results are announced by them tomorrow, or they had announced the results tomorrow. See, we are talking about future tense, so the correct answer in this question is going to be the results will be announced by them tomorrow. Moving on to the next question. The company has launched a new product. Okay, and the options that we have are a new product was launched by the company. The new product has been launched by the company. A new product had been launched by the company. A new product is launched by the company. So the correct answer in this case is going to be this one, which is the new product has been launched by the company. Next, look at the next question. They are building a new library downtown. The options that we have are a new library is being built downtown. The downtown library was built by them. They built the new library downtown. Downtown, they were building a new library. So the correct answer in this case is going to be option A, or the first one, which is a new library is being built downtown. Hope you have understood these types of questions. These are very important when it comes to communication assessment. Let's now move on to the next set of questions, which is going to be listen and answer. Okay, let's see the instructions before we attempt these questions. So the instruction is, in this section you will listen to audio clips followed by a set of questions. You will have 10 minutes to finish all the questions. Pay close attention to the audio, as the next 3 questions will be based on it. There are some notes. You can only listen to the audio once. You can't pause the audio in between, and type OK in the box below to proceed with the questions. See, let me tell you the next set of questions that are going to come, in that the audio is going to be a bit longer. So pay attention to that, because it is kind of passage based questions. So you will be hearing a long paragraph or a passage, and then you will be asked 3 questions based on that paragraph. Okay, so you have to answer accordingly, and you will not get chance to rehear or to again hear the audio. Okay, so let's attempt our first questions. So now audio will play. Let's listen to that.
On a chilly winter morning, a young girl named Mia woke up to find a beautifully wrapped box on her doorstep. She had no idea who had left it there. Excited and curious, she brought the box inside and carefully unwrapped it. Inside, she discovered a lovely scarf made of the softest wool in her favorite colors, blue and purple. Mia couldn't believe her luck. She wore the scarf throughout the day, feeling warm and cherished. As she walked through her neighborhood, she noticed the people around her, bundled up and cold. Inspired, Mia decided to spread the joy of her unexpected gift. She went home and began knitting scarves for her friends and neighbors. Soon, the entire neighborhood was filled with warmth and kindness, all thanks to the mysterious gift that had sparked Mia's creativity and generosity. The unexpected gift became a catalyst for community spirit, reminding everyone of the joy in giving.
Okay, so now let's attempt the first questions. Okay, so there will be 3 questions based on that audio. So the first question is, what was the unexpected gift that Mia found? The options that we have are a box of chocolates, a beautifully wrapped scarf, a new pair of boots, a toy for her pet. The correct answer for this question is going to be a beautifully wrapped scarf. Let's move on to the next question. How did Mia feel when she discovered the gift? The options that we have are indifferent and uninterested, excited and cherished, confused and anxious, and upset and disappointed. So the correct answer is Mia was excited and cherished when she discovered the gift. Moving on to the next question. What did Mia do after receiving the gift? The options are she ignored it and went back to bed. She wore it and started knitting scarves for others. She returned it to the sender. She asked her parents for a new gift. So the correct answer for this question is she wore it and started knitting scarves for others. Okay, now let's listen to this next set of audio and then we will attempt those 3 questions.
Urbanization is a phenomenon that has significantly transformed societies over the past century. As people migrate from rural to urban areas in search of better economic opportunities and living conditions, cities are expanding rapidly. This shift has led to various challenges, including overcrowding, increased pollution, and the strain on public services. While urbanization can drive economic growth and innovation, it also poses serious environmental and social issues. Governments and city planners are now faced with the task of creating sustainable urban environments that accommodate growing populations while maintaining quality of life. Strategies such as green spaces, efficient public transport, and affordable housing are crucial in mitigating the negative effects of urbanization.
Okay, so now let's attempt the questions. What is the major consequence of urbanization mentioned in the passage? The options are improved agriculture productivity in rural areas, enhanced job opportunities with leading population growth in cities, decreased pollution due to better urban strategies, shift towards traditional lifestyles in urban centers. The correct answer is enhanced job opportunities leading to population growth in cities. Let's move on to question number 2. Which of the following is not mentioned as a challenge resulting from urbanization? And we have the options as strain on public servants, increased agriculture output, overcrowding, environmental degradation. The correct answer in this case is going to be increased agriculture output. So guys, before we move on to the next question, I just want to make a request that if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. And if you are finding this video helpful, please give it a like and share it amongst your friends too. Let's see the third question. What solutions are suggested to address the challenges of urbanization? The options that we have are building more roads and highways to connect the cities, developing sustainable environments through green and spaces and efficient public transport, encouraging more people to move back to rural areas, focusing solely on economic growth without considering social impact. So the correct answer in this question is going to be developing sustainable urban environments through green spaces and efficient public transport. Now we will hear the third set of audio, and after that we will take up the questions that follows.
Interactive software and digital resources have made education more accessible than ever. Students can now learn at their own pace, accessing a wealth of information and learning tools that were previously unavailable. However, this technological shift also raises questions about the effectiveness of traditional teaching methods compared to digital approaches. Critics argue that excessive reliance on technology may diminish critical thinking and interpersonal skills. It is essential for educators to find a balance between integrating technology into the classroom and preserving essential traditional learning experiences. The challenge lies in ensuring that technology serves as an enhancement to education rather than a replacement.
Okay, so now let's attempt the questions that we have. The first question is, how has technology changed the educational landscape according to the passage? The options are, it has made traditional classroom experiences irrelevant and obsolete. It has limited access to education resource for students in remote areas. It has provided new opportunities for personalized learning and resource accessibility. It has decreased the need of teachers in classroom environment. So the correct answer for this is going to be, it has provided new opportunities for personalized learning and resources accessibility. Moving on to the second question. What concern is raised about the reliance on technology in education? The options that we have are, it may lead to an increase in student engagement and motivation. It could overshadow the importance of critical thinking and social skill development. It enhances the effectiveness of traditional teaching methods. It guarantees that all students will achieve high academic performance. Okay. So let's see the correct answer for this question. The correct answer for this question is, it could overshadow the importance of critical thinking and social skill development. Let's move on to the next question now. What is the suggested as a necessary approach for educators regarding technology? The options that we have are, to completely replace traditional teaching with digital methods, to ignore technological advancements in favor of classical education, to strike a balance between technology integration and traditional learning methods, to focus only on technology enhancements without evaluating their impact. So the correct answer in this case is going to be, to strike a balance between technology integration and traditional learning methods. So guys, we have covered enough questions, and now the three questions for the previous section is done. Now let's hear one more audio, and then we are going to attempt 3 more new questions.
In a small, vibrant town, there lived an artist known for his incredible paintings. However, he was not known for his words, he was famously silent. Every day, he would set up his easel in the town square, painting the scenes of daily life. Townspeople would often stop to watch him work, mesmerized by the strokes of his brush that brought life to the canvas. One day, a curious child approached him and asked why he never spoke. The painter smiled and pointed to his paintings. "This," he said, "is my voice." His artwork conveyed emotions and stories that words could not express. Over time, the townspeople began to understand that art could communicate feelings, thoughts, and dreams in ways that spoken language sometimes could not. The silent painter became a beloved figure, teaching everyone the profound power of visual expression.
So guys, let's see the next 3 questions for it. The first question is, what is positive thinking? The options that we have is, ignoring life difficulties, expecting good results and staying optimistic, always being cheerful, avoiding challenges. So the correct answer for this question is going to be expecting good results and staying optimistic. Let's move on to the next question. According to the passage, what benefit does positive thinking offer? The options that we have is, it guarantees financial success, it strengthens physical health, it ensures problem-free living, it helps in ignoring stressful situations. So the correct answer is, it strengthens physical health. Moving on to the third question. What is a key aspect of positive thinking mentioned in the passage? The options that we have are, never encountering problems, approaching problems with a hopeful mindset, avoiding emotional challenges, eliminating stress from life. So the correct answer in this question is going to be, approaching problems with a hopeful mindset. So guys, I hope you have understood all the questions now.